And that was the theme of the show this afternoon, this morning at Capitol Hill, wasn't it? Hearing it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from another friend, that Trump said this, that Trump said that. Oh my goodness, I am so tired of it already, and it's day one. And I did mention this on my podcast, Keeping It Real with Alexander Garrett, before. But Ben Terrace of the Washington Post had said that Adam Schiff was a screenwriter hopeful in Hollywood. So yes, people, the man running today's impeachment day one hearings is a activist from Hollywood that didn't make it to Hollywood, so he's going to wreck our political system. Now, some may say, well, Trump's done that already, and Clinton's done that already. But this is more of a charade. Yeah, maybe things have been corroborated, but the bottom line is, if I'm not mistaken, the Democrats got outside sources too, out of country sources to try and investigate the Trump administration. Did they not? Did they not have a dossier that was from beyond our seas? Now, investigating Biden, I am torn on that, because you can't go on the call and say that. You just can't. But at the same time, the connections Biden has had with this whistleblower makes you wonder just how coordinated this is. And then the icing on the cake for me today was this crazy exchange, kind of funny exchange to me, with Adam Schiff and Ambassador Bill Taylor about how Bill Taylor's staffer, the ambassador to Ukraine, how he heard about a call with Alexander Sondland, that a staffer. Just take a listen to this mess of a back and forth here.
As your staff related the event to you, your staff member could overhear Mr. Sondland on the phone, could overhear the president on the phone with Mr. Sondland. Is that right?
That's correct.
So the president must have been speaking loud enough on the phone. This was a cell phone, I take it?
It was a...
No, Adam Schiff, it was a phone booth. Of course it's a cell phone. What a ridiculous question. But that was the essence of the whole day. Overheard things, heard things. I went on to say, hey, listen, don't even tell someone that you heard something or that you overheard something, because, hey, you might be one of the next witnesses in this crazy trial of Donald Trump. And then you had someone on Twitter say, oh, well, Bolton's being blocked by the White House. All these quote-unquote key witnesses are being blocked by the White House. But, again, there is a answer to that, which is, well, Adam Schiff is saying Hunter Biden shouldn't even be testifying. So the craziness and the way the Republicans are handling the craziness is, believe it or not, admirable. I like the fact that they're interrupting. I made it a point today that, last year when Brett Kavanaugh was under scrutiny and in the Senate hearings, Democratic operatives organized, screamed, protested during the hearings. Republicans don't organize like that. But I tell you what they do is they finally had the guts to interrupt Adam Schiff's opening statement and other moments. And that was really needed, because he was just going on and on. And not needed because I don't want to hear what Schiff has to say. I just think what Schiff has to say is just utter chaos and even lies. He says he didn't know who the whistleblower was. The New York Times came out and said, oh, by the way, the whistleblower came into Schiff's office. What, did Adam Schiff all of a sudden take a lunch break? No, give me a break. He knew. He knows. He didn't want to admit he knows. And the bizarre part to me is that there were actual news outlets saying, well, Ambassador Taylor said that he knows of investigations that he heard someone say. Hearsay. This is what happened today. And people are going to say, well, even if it's hearsay, it's all been corroborated. Even if it's second, fourth-hand information, I want to know from the source. I want to know from the guy who blew that whistle and said, Trump did this. I heard. And even if you look at the whistleblower report, it says, I've had officials with outside knowledge who were on the call tell me. He wasn't even on the call. So what's going on? What is going on in a country and a society where we believe hearsay? Where the report's not even from someone who heard the call. How do you get it so accurate? It's all very, very strange. Don't you think? Here on Camera Roll, Alexander Garrett, Alex.Garrett21, Garrett, 21 at yahoo.com. Very strange happenings in Washington. Just about as strange as what's happening on Instagram. Do you know that in the next week or so, here in the United States, only you will be able to see the likes on on your page, and that's it. You won't be able to see likes on other pages, and Instagram believes taking away the likes is going to somehow benefit people. But I think what Instagram has created isn't because of the likes. The fear of missing out is because of people seeing others having a great vacation, having a great trip, enjoying their wedding, and they're wondering, why am I missing out on this? FOMO. So for Instagram to take away the likes, that doesn't change anything, because you're going to still feel like you're missing out if you see photos from the Caribbean, from a certain vacation spot. And actually, as Dr. Lee Richardson, my guest last week, said, these pictures are only one or two moments on a longer trip. We don't know what the rest of the trip was like. And that's so true. That is so true. We don't know. So, it's an interesting decision. But I think Instagram's kind of missing the point. That likes aren't just the thing, it's the way our psychological build has become. Any little thing we see, we can either get triggered by, or we could get sad over. We could start wondering why I'm not there when everybody else is, type of thing. So killing the likes isn't the answer on Instagram. I appreciate their efforts, but how do you combat a society that now feels left out if they see a social media post, picture? How do you combat that? You simply tell them, hey, it's one picture of many I'm sure they've taken. That everybody's having their trials and tribulations off social media. Ending likes, that just doesn't address the heart of the issue. Instagram thinks it does, that they're going to have in a less competitive place, and it's true. I don't feel like Instagram's competitive, but maybe people do, with the number of hashtags they have to get and all that, and the angles and the looks and all that stuff. But if we're going to say likes are causing problems, then we have fallen way, way, way behind in this culture. There's a great song, Come Together, and what the like has done, what other things have done, has eliminated that want to come together and meet people. But let's bring it back. Not just overhear things on a cell phone, Adam Schiff. Not just bar witnesses from these impeachment hearings. Not just debate them on social media. But literally come together and have honest conversation about the things around us. Because I think in many ways people feel like a like is enough to stay in touch. Well, in my book, it's not. You like it, what I have to post, great. But why not we continue the conversation, see how each other is? Because we're not on this earth to like everything. Literally, hit the like button. We're on this earth to work through everything together, to communicate with as many people as we can. And if you took away the likes from our personal pages viewing, that would be even more interesting. That would be even more interesting. But people who think that Instagram likes removing it's the answer, it's not. Why don't we all start with keeping our data, and not letting Facebook and Twitter and Instagram sell all that? Then we could take it from there. I'm Alexander Garrett. Hearing it tonight, overhearing what Ambassador Taylor Stafford overheard, apparently. It's all a crazy mess. And removing the like is not going to change it one bit. Here on Keeping It Real with Alexander Garrett, that's my take. Alex.Garrett21, AlexG in NYC is my Twitter. AlexG in NYC is my Twitter. Have a good night. Oh, and Instagram as well. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.